I've got to find a new microphone. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Monday's edition of Reptile News. Now, today we're going to start off across the pond, and again, a little more of what we discuss on Friday. Apparently, an elderly man was summoned in the part of the house by his wife because there was a snake in the house. Now, he says in the 10 years that they've lived in the house, this has happened 8 to 10 times. So annually, it happens. Not a big deal. He has a special approved tool to get rid of the snake. But he came in and the room wasn't lit very well and his eyesight wasn't very good. And he went to remove the just harmless little tree snake, and it turned out being a taipan, and he found himself in the fight of his life. So once again, let your friendly, I was going to say knowledgeable, but not really that knowledgeable, but caring reptile news guy remind you, do not mess with any snakes that you don't know what you're doing. It's so important, even if you do know what you're doing. Like I said, this gentleman had done this every year since he's lived in this house. It's so important to leave stuff like that to professionals. And now we're going to move on to a story which isn't really a story, but it's a Japanese two-headed striped snake. And I find it, especially, it seems like there's been a lot of two-headed reptile stories coming out lately, and I just find it 100% fascinating. Now, unfortunately, most of these stories always end in some bad news where the reptile didn't make it, but I'm hoping that this striped snake makes it because it's a pretty cool looking animal. And now we're going to move on to India, where they're having an issue with antivenom for snake bites, and they're recommending that they put regional is that regional terrible. They're recommending that they put regional centers in for collecting this antivenom, which I don't know. I have two sides of this that I think, and yes, I'm going to tell you what those two sides are. The number one is great. There's just more people getting involved with wild reptiles, more people with the opportunity to maybe make $1 selling this stuff to these collection centers, but at the same time, it's more uneducated people out there getting themselves killed or potentially harmed doing this. So I'm not sure what the regulations are over there on it. I'm not sure what the regulations really anywhere are, but hopefully they put some in place so any Joe Blow kid on summer break from school can just go do this stuff. And one thing that I found particularly interesting about this story was just like we spoke about the other day. They said that, but a different snake, the Russell's viper. They say that down south, a bite from a Russell's viper will cause all kinds of neurological problems and everything, where further north it just causes intense bleeding. So just I mean, it's amazing. It's terrible that they don't have enough antivenom over there, and they do say that it plagues India and most all South Asian countries. And I mean, it's a terrible thing. Hopefully they get it worked out, but some of the science behind the venom, just like we spoke about the other day, two of the same species from different areas affecting people differently when they're bitten, is just amazing stuff. And now we're going to move on to our BAMF of the day, and that is Todd Autry, because once again, he does not disappoint in bringing us an amazing video of an Oklahoma panhandle rattlesnake. Now, I couldn't help but just share some of it here. If you really like it, if you'd really like to see more of this video and some of this amazing videography work that Todd Autry is doing, then click the link down in the description and I'll post the entire video on the website. Once again, Todd, thank you a million. I'm really enjoying these videos. And now we're going to move on to a little segment I like to call Channel Update. And you know, I just got kind of a quickie update today, and one thing I wanted to point on really quick is it was very interesting, the conversation that went on after Friday's show. Some people agree, some people disagree, and one person actually said that their reptiles do provide emotional support to them, which is really interesting, because I mean, I got to really thinking about it, and I was gonna say, well, mine don't even come close to providing emotional support, but at the same time, I'm not sure I could say that. I mean, it seems to me if I'm stressed out about something and I go and hang out and mess with my leopard gecko or whatever, I can't say I feel a difference. I can say if I'm not stressed out and I go to mess with my boa, which is not tamed, I get stressed out more. But I guess that kind of goes with dealing with a sizable snake that is not tamed. But anyway, and more update news. I really hope my microphone worked today. I got to get a new one. You see, I got this microphone because it just worked. The problem with it is the batteries just die, and you don't know how long they're going to last, and it wouldn't be justifiable to replace the batteries every other day when I record with new ones. And since they take these little, like, these little itty bitty, there's these weird special batteries, it's not like I can just charge them up. So I'm hoping it came out good. I heard a little audio problem in Friday's video, which made me automatically just swap the batteries out today. However, when I bought the microphone 2 years ago, I bought numerous extra batteries for it, so I'm not sure the spare ones are even that good. So anyway, I got to find a new mic. If anybody out there has any recommendations on a good mic, I really don't want to go with a wireless one. I mean, I've got here's my wire. I've got one that plugs in. This one right here plugs into my camera. I'd like to stay with that because it's what I know. But if there's a good deal on a wireless one, I would probably look at that too. So if you have any recommendations on a microphone which would work good for a Canon Vixia HFR52, it's got to be a powered mic, let me know in those comments down below. And that, my friends, is going to be all your news for this Monday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Wednesday.